Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're at the Soto National Memorial in Bradenton, Florida.
We are on a mission to try to see as many of the national park sites, and this is just one of the many here in Florida. So we're excited to get our stamp, explore the area, and see what all is here.
Yeah, so doing some research ahead of time, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot here. The what to see section of the app literally just had the visitor tent, and that's it. So hopefully this video is longer than 30 seconds. Does look like there are a few trails here to explore, so we're going to check them out.
And we're excited to bring you along with us and explore and discover what is here at the DeSoto National Memorial site. DeSoto National Memorial is a very small national park site covering only about 26 acres in Bradenton, Florida, right where the Manatee River meets Tampa Bay. It's here to tell the story of Hernando de Soto's 1539 expedition. The park marks his landing in Tampa Bay and at the beginning of one of the first large-scale European explorations of North America, and along with the warfare and cultural disruption it brought to the Native American communities. The park is open daily except for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day. There's no entrance or parking fee, and you don't need a park pass to visit. The grounds are open during the day, and the visitor tent is usually open from 9 to 5. Over the years, DeSoto National Memorial has taken quite a few hits from hurricanes, but the damage in the fall of 2024 was especially rough. So the visitor center sustained damage from hurricanes Debbie, Helene, and Milton. Wow, all last year. Okay, that's crazy. Because of that, there are still a few areas that remain closed, including Camp Uzita, which was a replica of DeSoto's base camp at the Indian village of Uzita, and also the main visitor center building. In the meantime, the park has set up a temporary visitor tent near the entrance. When we visited, it was unmanned, and it sounds like that may happen from time to time depending on the weather and staffing.
What you got there?
I've got a map.
All right, we can add to our map collection for all the national parks that we go to.
Yeah.
So if there is no ranger at this tent, call. We'll assist you with passport stamps, junior ranger booklets, etc. We're not always able to be at the tent due to inclement weather, heat index above 95, or low staffing. But they do have the stamp here.
We do have the stamp.
Self-inking. A little hut.
Little hut.
Living history hut in America, $250.
Okay, I am putting it in the right spot.
DeSoto National Memorial.
Well, that was a good one. That was a good
Yeah.
They have bark rangers, how to become a bark ranger for your doggos, junior ranger activity book for the kids.
Join the crew as we train for proper invasion. Displays, sword demos, black powder firing. Oh, we should have went next weekend. That's next weekend.
No, well, darn.
So here's the visitor center closed for hurricane damage. That's why they have the tent.
The Soto Trail Monument was placed here by the National Society of Colonial Dames of America. The granite monument was dedicated on May 30th, 1939 during the 400th anniversary of the landfall of Hernando de Soto expedition. So maybe this is the landing place. Near here, Hernando de Soto with his men landed May 30th, 1539 and began his march westward to the Mississippi River. This marker commemorates the 400th anniversary of this arrival on the shores of Florida.
Yeah, near here it says, so somewhere around here.
Not quite here, but near here. So he just went all the way up the Gulf Coast,
Yeah.
all the way to Pensacola.
So this is the DeSoto Trail. There's actually a land trail you can hike that goes all the way up to Georgia.
We were on a bit of the DeSoto Trail when we were at Paynes Prairie. Yeah, we got to walk a little bit of it.
Wow, they explored all over, huh? Mm-hmm. And all the way down to like almost Houston. Or past Houston. They went down Mexico.
So they do have a nature trail here, or expedition trail it says. So unfortunately, due to hurricane damage, parts of the nature trail are inaccessible to those with mobility issues. So FYI. So this is a 3/4 mile trail that takes you through a pristine mangrove forest. Ooh, out to the shores of Manatee River. Oh, that sounds nice. It says you are here, so it looks like it just kind of walks around and does this little loop-de-loop around the peninsula, and then there's like another monument here and a memorial cross. So maybe we'll like walk around this peninsula and then maybe make a loop around and then go to the monument on the other side. So the beginning of this trail walks all through these mangrove trees. It does have a lot of bugs though, so I definitely recommend wearing some bug spray while you're out here, because we didn't put any on, and the bugs are getting us really good. So, oh look, there's like something over here. What is that? This is what I saw through the trees. Look at this guy.
It looks like a unicorn with that stick.
It does look like a unicorn. Along the way, you'll notice interpretive signs and a few life-size cutouts of Spanish soldiers and Native Americans. These are scattered along the route and help tell the story of the 4-year expedition and the tribes De Soto's men encountered along the way. It is meant to give you some context for the landscape that you're walking through. I don't hear anything. Why is it giving Monty Python vibes? Oh, look. Ooh, where does that go? Look at that.
It's a nice little boardwalk
I know, it's so pretty.
through the mangroves.
This is so pretty. I love it. It goes right out into the water here. I guess everybody just puts seashells on this sea grape. Just a little weird, but okay. There's like a ton of shells here. Look at all the shells on this beach. Almost makes me want to go seashell picking. Go picking up some seashells. Cool. Look at this conch shell. It has like shells on the shell. Apparently it's the thing to do to put shells on the sea grape. So it's cute. It kind of reminds me of Christmas ornaments.
Oh yeah. It looks like we're heading out towards the Soto Point right now, so we're almost at the very tip of the little peninsula.
Cool.
So is this it? Is this the point?
I think this is the point. Oh yeah, you can see the cross from over here. More gumbo limbo trees.
Gumbo limbo.
I had no idea that they grew up this far north. I thought they were only like a southern Florida tree. I'm so excited to see them here. This is a really beautiful trail. I love the fact that it goes like along the water and along the peninsula. It's definitely a beautiful little hike. It's not very long, but it's definitely worth doing if you're in the area. As the trail starts to bend back towards the interior, you'll see the Tabby house ruins. These are the remains of an old structure built with a mixture of lime, sand, water, and crushed shells.
Yeah, not much to see these days except for some rocks.
Yeah, you can see remnants of the wall. You can see the corner there. It's a beautiful location.
Yeah, it had a house right here next to the water. Not bad.
Little turnoff here. Oh god.
It's a trap.
I don't have a spider on me, do I? Oh, it's a shell midden.
Oh, a shell midden. This shell midden is a fragment of the American Indian cultures that lived here as much as 2,000 years before the De Soto expedition. So this is what's left of it anyway.
Along the route, you will pass a shell midden, which is actually an ancient pile of shells and other material left behind by the indigenous people who lived and fished in the area. Closer to the water, you'll come across the DeSoto and Holy Eucharist monuments and the large memorial cross. Together, these mark the religious and historic side of the story, connecting the expedition, the first Catholic masses in the region, and the broader push inland towards the Mississippi River. The park is also very pet-friendly, and you'll see plenty of people out walking their dogs here.
That's a pretty big cross, huh? In memory of the 12 priests who accompanied the 1539 Spanish expedition and of the Native Americans who inhabited the shores.
Overall, it's not a long hike, but it is really pretty. Besides the nature trails, there are a few other things that you could do at the Soto National Memorial. If you like to fish, you are allowed to fish here as long as you do have a valid Florida fishing license and follow the state regulations. The shoreline gives you several spots to cast a line and enjoy the view at the same time. Canoes and kayaks can also be launched from a small beach area inside the park. The park also offers ranger-led kayak tours that you can reserve on recreation.gov. These trips are a great option if you want a guided interpretation as you paddle around the bay. Also, every so often, the park hosts special events and demonstrations as well. One example is the Shore Party, where they bring in living history demonstrations, sword demonstrations, kids' activities, and even cannon firing. These events don't happen every day, so it's worth checking the park's calendar if you want to plan your visit around one. Overall, the DeSoto National Memorial is a pretty small park, so you don't need a full day here. Plan on about 1 or 2 hours if you just want to hit the highlights and walk the main nature trail. For most people, this is not a place that I would drive hours out of your way to just see, but I would recommend it if you're already nearby or if you're like us and are just trying to visit every national park site and collect all the stamps and maps. Like I mentioned earlier, there was not a lot of information out there about this park when we were doing our research ahead of time, so hopefully this video gives others a better idea of what there is to see and do here. If you found this information helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you would like to get more travel guides for Florida and beyond. I create a new video every week, and the best way to be able to see them is by subscribing. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to our channel members. You guys help keep this channel going, and we couldn't be more thankful. If you would like to support what we do here and get exclusive emotes, early access to our videos, and more, click the link in the description for more details. If you want to see more of my other national park guides, then be sure to check out our playlist that just popped up on the screen. I'll see you there.